Hello, welcome to Maintenance episode 5. This week is going to be more of a deload, call it a reload week if you want, because it's not like a proper deload. I just had this workout that you're watching right now beat me to a pulp. I left in the last eccentric. As you hear, every single eccentric is a big grunt, a sigh, and just sheer lack of will to live at the end of each set. So feeling that, kind of rating that session and the last few at around RPE 10, I decided to pivot to a whole new group of exercises, and you'll see that on Thursday. But I just wanted to show you kind of the intensity level. I showed some of the in-betweens. That one is probably the calmest of everything I had because my forearms were just completely shot. Getting in and out of these lateral raises was hell, and then cranking out nearly 20 reps, sometimes going over, was just getting exhausting. I did add weight on these, but it was just a lot to deal with. And then obviously hamstring curls and leg extensions when done to RPE 10, trying to be failure the way I'm doing them with this much range of motion and prioritization on the stretch. It's just brutal. As you can see, damn near took me out. Eyes were in the back of my head. You can only do that for so long. So it's about a month and a half of doing this, or a little over a month. I was on week 5, as you can see. And then Tuesday, I did my last arm and shoulder workout. Same scenario. I figured out where to put the height on these, if you can tell. It's slightly above or like level to where my hands are at. Crazy stretch. Biceps were just destroyed from that. And then these Y raises, same thing, or that what I'm calling Y raises. Same thing. They're terrible to get in and out of, just like the laterals. As you'll see, I either step over or do that. Now that they're in a higher setting, it's a lot easier to just roll them over my shoulder, but it's still just not really, the juice is not worth the squeeze anymore. The stabilization on all these cable exercises does kind of fry my CNS. A lot of people would kind of warn against doing cable exercises because of that. As you get strong, your spine and just every other part of you kind of has to really stabilize. I'm squeezing my glutes and my quads on basically every exercise. As you can see here, I have to do that for these extensions, but really good tension at the stretch, at the lengthened position specifically. Don't want to necessarily emphasize the word stretch too much anymore, but lengthened position. These cable curls are one of the most taxing things ever, and hitting them this hard just kind of blew me out. So after that day, well, I got one more exercise here. After these lateral raises and all these things, I just had decided it was enough. I was going to try and push through the week, but I decided not to. I just kind of wanted to call it after this arm day on Tuesday, as you see. So I took Wednesday completely off. I think I did go disking, but I just didn't record anything. Thursday, I'm doing these lying biceps curls. These felt amazing. I have to go up next week, though, because I think I did 20 reps of these. It was just brutal. But the lengthened tension is ridiculous. Almost no fatigue from that. And then we have these tricep skull crushers. This is done in a superset. Same weight. I'm just going to keep the same weight with all these for efficiency's sake, because I'm trying to stay in the gym around an hour or less. And I have these chest supported rows. I'm really focusing on keeping my chest forward throughout these to create a stretch. And then incline dumbbell bench. These felt awesome. Super tough. But fatigue is almost nothing. The stimulus felt great. So for now, the stimulus to fatigue ratio stays how I like it, which was the whole point of this deload, pivot, reload week, whatever you want to call it. So I just kind of took Thursday to practice a lot of movements. These I have some work to do. It's been a long time, but they still feel really good. I still have a little bit of an issue with my grip. I don't train my grip nearly as much as I should. Relying on the Versa grips might actually be hindering my forearms a bit here, but these lying lateral raises are going to take some getting used to. I did like 25 or 26 reps with 5 on my left hand, and then I switched over to my right hand here and only did, I think, like 14 reps, somewhere in that range. So I don't see and you can see it's more of a rear delt exercise. You can kind of see the path is a little bit different. These Nordics, assisted Nordics, felt good, but as you can see, I really have to just kind of stay in the bottom half of the range of motion or else I lose tension. And with 3 plates of assistance, it kind of becomes nothing after about parallel. So I'll have to tinker with that a little bit more. This next exercise though is my new favorite quad exercise. I've been seeing these talked about a little bit in kind of science-based circles. These are verse Nordics, and that's a lot of assistance. That's a very heavy band. This bottom range of motion is just ridiculous. Obviously, over time, I'll try to get a full range of motion, get a little deeper, but my quad felt like it was going to tear off my bone right there. It was the best feeling ever. You'll see me fall over here and die. Yeah, super stoked with that movement. It takes zero weight. It's going to be amazing. These curls behind my back are awesome. Look at the stabilization here. I can really push, like, to true failure here. It's much better than when I was standing and leaning forward. I forgot to do the Y raises behind my back here. I'll experiment with those next week. And then I will be doing these dips. I just need to stay a little more upright, but the stretch feels really good. That's going to be it for the video this week. I'll be back next week. Like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new. My social media and secondary channel links are in the description.